Well, welcome everyone to the Google Apps overview and demonstration. My name is John and I'm with the Google Enterprise team. And thank you for joining us today to learn more about Google Apps for Business. So today on the agenda, we're going to talk about why the cloud and why Google's cloud specifically. And we're also going to go over an actual presentation. So we're going to look at the administrative side of Google Apps for Business and also the user side. And just also to lay the foundation, this is a high-level overview of Google Apps for Business. So if you've done extensive research on our product, this might not be the best demonstration for you. You might want to go ahead and just contact sales directly, and we can answer more specific questions for you on user case scenarios with Google Apps in your environment at your company. So again, we'll go into the exact demonstration now. Messaging challenges, why the web, why the cloud? Right now we're experiencing an information overload. So the old platform of sorting, filing, and finding is a broken paradigm that just doesn't work in today's businesses. We're increasingly having more and more information that we have to take in and we actually have to use in our businesses. So it's important to be able to actually find this information. Another challenge is being able to access this information anywhere we are. Right now, the use of smartphones is above the use of desktop computers. So with this kind of change in the actual social world, we're trying to create this to enhance the business processes as well. Third challenge we face is collaboration. Now it is an actual global community. So it's not like you're just working with the people that sit right next to you, you're working with a global team. So it's important to be able to connect with anyone at any time. I'm going to go over collaboration kind of challenge that I think you're very familiar with. So we have version 1.0. With this, you want to get some feedback, want to talk to your team, so you send it out to Jesse, Sally, Casey, and Rachel. And you want their feedback on the document. So Jesse, Sally, Casey, they send it back to you, they label it their own way, they look at these documents, and then you compose the amazing version 2.0. With this version, you want to be sure that this is the final product. You send it back out to Jesse, Sally, and Casey. And again, they give you feedback, relabel it, send it back to you. But long term, Rachel comes back and says, sorry guys, forgot, sends you a document, and where is the final version? So again, we want to get away from this cutting and pasting, different drafts, different files, and just emailing it back and forth. And we've created a product to consolidate this to have one working document so you have all your information right in front of you. So to go over a little bit more, 30 years of doing business in the IT world. It's all about, filing, sorting. You have physical offices, a 9-to-5 workday. You're working on corporate devices. With these, you don't take anything home with you. After you check out, you leave, and you have no access to the information that you've been working on all day. Well, we actually have a new design principle that the world is starting to change to. And this is working with any team at any place, during any time, on any device. And with these new design principles, Google Apps for Business has been created to be able to embrace these and use these to your benefit while working in the workplace. To go into a little bit further, how does Google specifically address these challenges going on? So one, we were built for the web. Just to take a step back, cloud computing, another buzzword for that is just saving everything online instead of at your company on your servers. With that, we are a pure cloud, meaning we are a global multi-tenant. And what this means is that we have data centers all over the world. And all of your information is stored in these data centers. And we'll talk about the security here in a second. But with that, if one of these data centers, for whatever reason, there's a natural disaster or something happened, if that one shuts down, the information is seamlessly changed to another data center. And with this kind of capability, we're able to help out with the massive scale for your company. So you can grow as fast as you need to, and our data centers, all this information, will be able to handle that for you. When it comes to security and reliability, so think about the power of that. If you have all your information stored on our servers, that doesn't mean that if yours crashes, then there's downtime, you're trying to figure it out, you're trying to get all that information back. In our servers, all the information is actually not in one place. It's actually cut up into little bits and spread apart. So even one email, it's not like it's stored in a readable file on our servers. With that, all the data is seamlessly moved. So you have a 99.9% uptime guarantee built into our agreements. You are up and running at least 99.9% of the time. We have no scheduled downtime with Google Apps for Business, so it's not like you ever have to even plan on being down. You're just able to focus on your job, on your business, your innovation, and we handle all the back-end systems and all the servers. We have passed several security requirements with our data centers, and we're still always, of course, improving them. But we have everything from retina scans, security, we have police force, we have everything, and literally if someone went into our data centers and pulled out a hard drive, the information on there is unreadable. So your information is secure in a reliable atmosphere. Another huge part is the rapid innovation piece. So Google Apps for Business is, again, it's a product always looking to improve. Just in 2011, there was 165 new features added to Google Apps for Business. In 2013, this is the same trend we're continuing to have. So there's no updates, nothing that you need to install. It's just important for you to control everything at your pace, and we work on the back end. So when you show up the next day and you open your browser, everything is new for you, all the innovations. We're working on improving this product, and you work on improving what you do. This slide talks about the suite of tools that we're mentioning. Right now, we have Gmail, and of course, this is the most consumer-used email in the world, something you're probably very used to and understand, or if you're not, most people in your company probably are. You have the incredible Google search system built right into Gmail, and that comes with 30 gigs of a shared inbox between your Google Drive for your documents and your inbox. And again, going into Google Docs, this is where, we're going to show this later in the presentation, but where you can actually work in a real-time collaboration environment and create these documents. You never have to click the save button anymore. They're saved automatically, easy to use, easy to share, an amazing system we've built. We also have Google Calendar where you can easily overlay every information of the other calendars and easily make appointments, schedules, reminders, whatever you need to. We have Google Sites, which are easy to build shared workspaces, almost an intranet for your company. You can make it like that. Then you also, of course, have Google+, which is the social network that you can build with your company. And it's a great place for people to collaborate and also connect. And of course, a video chat messaging system with Google Talk, which is an amazing tool to easily, quickly get a hold of somebody, video conference if you need to, so that everyone's on the same page at the same time. And then last, but definitely not least, is Google Groups. So for example, if you have like info at your company, this could be a Google group to where it becomes a distribution list. So if someone emails info at your domain, it can blast out to 5 different people right away, and you're not even charged for creating these Google groups. And this is the suite of tools we're speaking about when we look at Google Apps for Business, and we're going to look at all these in the demonstration. Google Apps Vault is another tool that we sell as a complete package, so Google Apps for Business plus Google Vault. And this is an administrative tool that we have. So this is our archiving e-discovery tool, and this gives you the peace of mind and confidence that all your emails, incoming, outgoing, and deleted, are seamlessly stored in the vault. You don't have to worry about losing any of those precious data-sensitive informational emails anymore. These are all stored, again, in a seamless fashion, and any retention period you need to set for them. It's an unlimited amount of storage as well with Google Vault. Just to wrap up these design principles, all of them are focused around you being able to work the way that you live. And you live in a world where you want to be able to work with any team. You're going to be traveling. You want to be able to work from any place. Again, it might not work out to where you can just work a 9 to 5. Sometimes you might need to start a little later, end a little later, whatever it might be, and so you need to work from any time. When we look at the way that people are starting to use technology, it's all about mobility. So you can work and need to work from any device. When you look at companies that are working the way they live, this is what we call our NASCAR slide. So this is an example of just a few companies who have gone Google. We have the City of Los Angeles, Virgin America, recently the City of Boston went Google. We also have BBVA. They work in conjunction with Compass Bank in the United States. This is a huge win, and it shows how they trust the Google servers and they trust the cloud capability and that security with their information. So now at this time, we'd like to go into the actual demonstration of the product. And first, what we're going to do is we're going to look at the administrative side. This is the administrative console. So when you as an administrator are looking at the actual back-end system, everything, this is what you're going to see. So I'm going to take you through, how to add user support, how to operate this tool, and then we're also going to look at Google Vault. When looking at Google Apps, if you didn't want, say, the Google Apps icon here, you can actually just drag this down, put that in the More Controls bar, and then you have, again, a customizable range of exactly what you want to see from the administrative side. You can just hit this More down arrow or not, and again, if you want it back, you can click and hold and bring the domains right back up to the actual bar that you're being able to see. Here on the right-hand side, there's a little bell for notifications. You can see if you want to view all the notifications here, a new feature, Google Docs Audit, Google Chrome devices, whatever you need, can be here right in the bell area. When you're looking to actually add your users, you can click on the actual user tab, and you can see here it's going to show a whole amount of the users that you have already signed in. It's going to show when they last signed in, how much they're filling up their email quota. But if you want to add more users, you simply click this button here, and you can invite users, add them manually, or also upload them on a CSV file. You can also do a bulk upload here where you can download all users, and it has all the information just stored right there in Google Apps. On the right-hand side, you're going to see the organization side of things. Right now, this is broken up to executives, the NYC store, and also the sales org. This is perfect for when you're customizing the administrative capabilities of teams as a whole. So the sales organization, you want to set them up a specific way. The NYC store, and maybe they need a little bit more on the social side of things, so you want to give them access to all the Google Plus and all the great features there. Or the executive side, you want to make them all super administrators over the account so they are able to add, create, delete, whatever they need to do within the actual account. You can break this up as granular as you need to give the proper controls to your teams. All these features are found on the user side. Two ways to go back to your administrative. One, you can click this down arrow. You can simply go to Support, Company Profile, Billing, or Groups. Or two, you can click the back arrow and it brings you back to this home screen that we're looking at. You need to contact support. You have a support tab here. Now they're going to be your best friend in this process if you're trying to understand how to set things up the best way and maybe you're trying to get the practices they use. Here's the number. You have your own custom support pin, and this is how you're going to be able to get someone live on the phone 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Looking at the company profile, so this is going to go a little bit more specifically about your company. Here you can personalize your logos. This is how you can set the time zone, the feature release policies, your communication preferences within an organization, as well as custom URLs. You can actually create a custom URL that people can go to sign in for their Google Apps account. So you can make this specifically as custom as you want to your organization. You can still have your brand, your feel, all set up right through the company profile. In the Billings tab, this is going to be able to help you understand what you have currently. So Google Apps Drive Storage, Google Apps Vault. Google Groups, this is where again you can make the distribution list and set up the accounts like info at your domain. When you're looking at admin roles, this tab is going to help you set up all the super admins, the group administrators to the specific groups that you have set up. Again, this is going to be able to customize your account and give you all the privileges you need to. And it shows you exactly what each privilege has. So super admin, this is going to show you all the features they're able to access and they're able to actually handle. The Google Apps Marketplace. So this is an amazing tool and it's going to show you what you've downloaded for your company. Right now this one shows FlashPanel. FlashPanel is a great product that just shows you a little bit more administrative controls. And this marketplace is amazing because it is a third-party place where people just develop tools that work well with Google Apps. Looking at the mobile device section, you're able to do everything that you're doing from your tablet on your mobile device. Last tab we have up right now is just your domains. So this is where you can look at your actual domains. You can add subdomains, activate them, or domain aliases, whatever you need to do on the domain side so that you can have more than just Trevor@organiccity.com. If you need Trevor@organictown.com, you can add that as well, and you just have to verify you own these domains. That is an overview of the actual administrative part of everything. What we're going to look at now is the Google Vault. Google Vault is going to be your archiving and e-discovery tool. You see here we have the search bar that you can search matters. You can actually create a matter as well. Here you'll see you have your retention periods you can set. You see the default retention period. So it's important to understand that you can set up the different matters that you're looking to attach. Google Vault is, again, an amazing tool for litigation purposes as well. So you can run an audit report on anything you need to, and also create holds for that same information. So now we're going to switch over to the user side of things. Pulling up here, you can see that this is a very familiar Gmail interface that you've experienced before. There are some main differences, but it has a similar look and feel. You can see here you have Organic City. We have our own logo on the left-hand side. There are no ads, but you still have the great chat system on the right-hand side. Emails in the middle, of course, and then on the left-hand side you have your inbox and your labels. Now, just to tell you more about labels, these are like folders. They just have a little bit more capability. You can actually store multiple labels on one email. So if you had an email labeled action and you wanted to also label an email billing, you could just drag and click and you have it there in that label now. So you can find it within that, or you can find it within our amazing search capability. You can just search a topic, or you can also click this down arrow and you have deeper search options you can find. So whether it has an attachment or not, you can look at what the data is actually within. If it has the words, doesn't have the words. You have an amazing capability to do as deep as dive as you need to find that right email and information. So again, getting away from that paradigm of having to sort and file, you have the emails here, you can archive them and you can search them. Right now I have my inbox set up in what's called a priority inbox. So I have my unread first, starred and everything that I have important there, and everything else. That's how this is currently set up. Now some of you might have your inboxes or email interfaces set up a little differently. If you look, I have a pane mode to where you can actually toggle through and set it up a little bit more customized. So if you're used to a preview pane and you want that on the right hand side when you click emails, you can do that right through there. I'm going to go ahead and go back to the other view, and let's go ahead and take a user case scenario. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually open an email, and I'm going to take you through how we can use Google Apps for Business to run your everyday job. So let's look here. I come back from vacation. It looks like in my inbox I have an action email from Lisa. That is my boss, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to want to look at that email first to figure out where we're at. So I click in here and it says, "Hey Trevor, welcome back. We just landed the contract for the 122nd Annual Society of Perennials Garden Party." Sounds fun. So this is going to be a big event, and to get springboarded we need to launch Organic City into the party planning big leagues. All right, we have a list of things we want to look at. It says, please send this survey out to guests on appetizer preferences. So what you can do, you can simply click this link, and this is actually a Google form you can create straight out of Google Drive. You can see it's nice, clean cut, and all it takes is someone to click information and hit submit. And right there, you've submitted your Google form. It says thanks, and we're moving forward. It also says, schedule a meeting with Brian S. to discuss and strategize for this event. There's a couple different ways we can do this. Let's look at the calendar feature first. Right now, opening up the calendar, you can see that I have my calendar going here, and I also have Brian's calendar already pulled up. If I want to unclick his calendar, it will just be all of my information. But let's go ahead and add Brian's calendar. You can see, again, this is the overlay feature. If we have anything that's overlapping, it shows us where we have open spaces to schedule a meeting. So when you actually want to schedule a meeting, a couple different ways you can do this. If I click here, you can see that there's a time highlighted. It's an open space. It opens up for me to actually click what the appointment would be and add it to the calendars. I'm going to go ahead and go into the Edit Event feature. I'm going to click Team Meeting. I'm going to add Brian to this calendar. Right now, if I wanted to find a specific time, I have this feature right here. I click on Find a Time. It pulls up our schedules again to where we have open time frames where I can schedule a meeting. If I want to look on a weekly basis, I just pull up the week mode, and I can see at 3 p.m. on Wednesday, it looks like we have some time to put a meeting on the calendar, and I can go ahead and save that, and I can send it to the attendees, and we can have all the information there. Now, if you're actually hosting multiple people for a meeting, say you have a 20 people list and you're trying to find the best time, there's actually an amazing suggested time features as well, to where this pulls up days and time frames where everyone who you've invited can attend this meeting. So again, a huge feature that these are trying to make it as easy as possible for you to schedule meetings so that that's not what's taking the big portion of your time. You'll be able to focus on your projects and what you have going on. If we go back to the actual calendar feature, if I wanted to add just a quick meeting on my calendar, what I'll do is I'll actually just say lunch with Brian tomorrow at 1 p.m. And you can see if you look on the Wednesday, 5/22, and you click add, it pops right into my calendar. So you can see right here, lunch with Brian was added into my calendar, and that's just a quick way to add the information. So let's go back to the actual email. We've been able to schedule this. One last feature is if you actually didn't want to go to the calendar at all and you just wanted to send an email invite to Brian, you just click his name here, go to the arrow, insert invitation, and again, we have our schedules lined up perfectly together so we can see the open gap of time. You can actually fix the time frame, set it up, set what the meeting's for, where you're going to have the meeting, and insert the invitation right into the email so they can just accept it right from that interface. So you don't even have to go to the calendar to actually schedule the meetings if you don't want to. All right, so we've been able to schedule the meeting with Brian, and now we're going to review the attached document about the President of Perennial Society. So I'm going to view this document. You can see it was actually sent to me in a docx format. This will actually not allow us to do the real-time collaboration, so I'm going to actually click Edit Online, and it's going to convert this document into an actual Google Doc. And this is, again, going to enable the actual real-time collaboration feature. I've been out of town, so I'm not exactly sure what is the most up-to-date information. So I'm going to go and invite some of my colleagues to be able to work on this document with me. So here's the sharing feature. What you're looking at here is I'm actually going to share this document. You can give them editing rights, comment rights, view rights. Right now I want them to be able to edit this with me, and then I'm going to share and save. There's a pop-up reminder saying that I'm sharing this outside of my organization. Again, this is a security feature. I'm going to say yes. I'm going to share this with their team so they have this. So I'm going to copy this link as well, and I'm going to chat them to see if they're available right now to come into this document and edit this with me. So let's see if Denise is available. We're going to send her a chat. And then I'm going to also see if Daniel is available. And I'm going to ping them this link so that they can get right in there. All right, so let's go back to the document. And now they're in the document and they're editing away. So you can see this is real-time collaboration. This isn't anything pre-recorded. We're in here right now. They're looking at the document, what changes they want to make, and they're actually making the changes right away. So what we're going to do is I want to confirm if Denise is saying Madonna's coming, I'm trying to figure out exactly how she got her here. So I'm going to message Denise and see if we can do a quick video conference. So I'm going to click the Hangout button. Let's see if we can get a hold of Denise right now. Denise.
Hi.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Okay, I got to find out. How do we get Madonna? This is crazy. Is she really coming?
Yes, I used to babysit her kids, so I pulled some strings and she's coming.
That is amazing. Okay, perfect. Well, and you said that the total number of attendees changed as well?
Yes, because Madonna is now confirmed, a lot more people want to come.
I like it. All right, well, great job again, and I appreciate your help on it.
Thanks.
All right, we'll
See you
see you.
later.
All right, perfect. So this is good. Madonna's coming, the attendees are growing. It's exactly what we want to hear. So I want to take you back and look at two main features in Google Docs. So if you go under File, you can see there's a revision history. Under the revision history, you'll see the edits that were made, and you can go back and restore it to the version. So if there was an edit made and you go back and realize that there was a previous version that was better, you can just restore it simply by clicking the Restore This Version button. As well as, if you look, we received the document in a docx file. So you can actually export it back out to a docx file so that they can see the document in your client's preferred way. You can also do a PDF, text file, whatever it might be. So this is now another way that you can still have the real-time collaboration and then deliver the document and the preferred format for your customer. So with the attendees growing, let's go to the spreadsheet where we have supplies. And right now I'm also going to show you the mobile capability of this. So I'm going to open this spreadsheet, and then as well, I'm going to show you exactly how it works from a mobile side. So I've opened the cell phone, I'm going to open up my drive, and I will just search this document as well so that I'm pulled up on the exact same document. So as this loading in Drive, I want you to look at the left-hand side. So right now, it looks like we have chairs for $250 on hand. Well, I want to go ahead and update that number. I'm going to update it on the mobile phone. And we'll go ahead and submit that information and watch on the left-hand side how it has real-time change. Doing this from the mobile phone, you're still able to get into documents, make the changes necessary, and still work in that collaborative environment. Let's go down to knives. It looks like we have knives at 90 right now. We're going to go ahead and update that number to 120. And look on the left-hand side. When I hit submit, it updates right away to 120. So showing you that aspect of the mobile capability is really important to understand that you can still work from every platform. Going back to the email, what I want to do also is show you these survey results. So we looked at that survey earlier. We've sent this survey out previously. So let's get into Google Drive and let's look at this survey. So this is the interface for Google Drive. Again, this is going to be your document storage platform to where you can store all of your documents in the cloud securely. You have a folder structure of how you want to have them set up. But let's look at these appetizer preferences. So we sent this out and you can see that we have results dating back to 2012. And we'll go down here and you can see my last result when I said oysters was recorded at 10:20 a.m. So this is great information. This is a long list though. If you want to actually get this in a readable format, you can go to Forms, Show Summary of Responses, and we have 441 responses. This is broken up now into a pie chart. We have a graph. It shows us that 200 people have requested Chipotle Lime Wrap Bacon Shrimp, which seems to be the winner, and this is what we can move forward on with the actual party. But this is great. This information is easily readable and it breaks it down for us so it's not just in this spreadsheet format. Going back to the email, it looks like that we have looked over everything and we've been able to schedule this, get the meeting rolling, and now we're good to go. This demonstration hopefully helped you see the tools that we have with Google Apps for Business and how we can actually use those in the business world to make us more productive, more collaborative, and actually work the way we live. We would love to consult you on exactly our platform of tools and how it can work for your specific environment, and that's what we'd love to do. Find out more about your company and how we can make Google Apps for Business work for you.